Chris, great to be with you during these quarantine days. We're
Yeah.
still going strong, still doing stuff through Zoom, and
Yep.
I love being able to spend this time with you and talk about all the things that are happening today. It is insane to open our laptop computers and see all the headlines, race issues today that are so heartbreaking to watch, as well as COVID-19, an upcoming presidential election. It's wild, and we want to talk about it. And we certainly want to talk about it with the most important person to us, and that'd be our spouse. But it gets a little complicated with your spouse. When you talk to a friend, it doesn't really matter what the friend says. If he wants to go do something, that's fine. But your spouse, if she or he does something, like chooses not to wear a mask or attends a protest, now that involves your home. You're bringing that right back into the home, being at a rally, let's say, and exposing yourself to COVID-19. So spouses, it's a little bit more difficult than friends because we're really connected to each other. And any decision that I make really is a decision for my spouse.
Yeah, and I think, Tim, that adds an interesting layer, especially if you maybe find yourself on different sides of a particular issue, whether it's wearing a mask or whether it's your view towards the event or racism or whatever it is. I think, Tim, it's very important during a marriage when we disagree is to recognize the most important thing is to honor the marriage bond and to maintain that commitment to each other that says, regardless of where I stand on this issue, at the end of the day, you are more important to me. I've committed my life to you, and this issue will not get in the way of that, and we'll just simply either deal with this issue in a way that still honors that marriage and that commitment to each other. And so there are ways we can do this and do it well. So Tim, you have some thoughts on that?
Yeah, one thing we do at conferences, Chris, and again, you and Elisa speak at the same family life marriage conferences that we speak at. We have couples literally turn to each other and say, "You are not my enemy." Right? Even though we may disagree on this topic, and we may passionately disagree on this topic, end of the day, you are not my enemy. You are my soulmate. You're my partner in life. And it's really good to affirm that and then get on to the hard topics.
Yeah, and when you do that, then you employ all of those things, right, that we talked about earlier with friendship. Now, avoiding harsh startups and acknowledging their position and making sure they feel heard. Just something we would do naturally, hopefully, in our marriage relationship.
But it's good to, in the heated conversation, it's really good to remember that, hey, we're in this for life. We're partners with each other. We may disagree on an issue, but the big picture is that we love each other and we're committed to each other.
No, those are good thoughts. And that's a way we can handle these disagreements within a marriage, especially when things like you said, our world is taking us in very weird, interesting directions. And it creates just this opportunity to reaffirm what we do, what we believe, what's important to us. So very good. It's good talking with you.
Yeah, stay safe.
Stay safe.